We are learning lesson 6 life processes, and today we are going to discuss human digestive system. This is video 6 of the chapter. Open your book, page number 99. Human digestive system is given. You can refer by the time I explain it. Now human digestive system can be divided into two parts. One is alimentary canal, another is associated gland. Alimentary canal means it is a continuous tube which starts from mouth and ends in large intestine into the anus of large intestine. From the diagram we can see the whole parts of the alimentary canal. Now this is mouth. So it starts from mouth, the tube, then the tube goes straight up to the stomach. This is esophagus. Alimentary canal starts with the mouth, leads to the esophagus. Esophagus connects to the stomach. This is stomach, and from the stomach the tube continues up to the small intestine, and the small intestine then ends into the large intestine. This is the last part of large intestine is anus. That means the alimentary canal consists of the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine and large intestine. And the associated glands are the endocrine or exocrine glands that secretes its juices into the parts of the alimentary canal so that the digestion can take place. They give the enzymes for the digestive system for digestion of the food. So let us see the things. Alimentary canal and the associated glands. Alimentary canal consists of the mouth, inside which the salivary gland is there, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. And there are three associated glands, that is salivary gland, liver and pancreas, which secretes enzymes to help in digestion. First of all, the mouth. Mouth has two parts, teeth and tongue. Teeth cuts the food into pieces and tongue makes the food with saliva. Salivary gland is situated inside the mouth. It is present. It is an exocrine gland, that is it has a tube which connects the mouth and the salivary gland. Through the tube, it pours the saliva into the mouth, and saliva has enzyme amylase. It contains enzyme amylase which helps in the digestion of the carbohydrate. It converts starch into maltose. Starch is a form of carbohydrate. It is converted into simpler form maltose. So the digestion of the carbohydrates starts in the mouth. The next one is esophagus. Next part of the alimentary canal is esophagus. So esophagus is a long tube. It is a long tube which connects the mouth and the stomach, and food passes through it slowly and gradually by the peristaltic movement of the muscles. Peristaltic movement means it holds the food then releases, again holds the food and releases, and slowly and gradually the food passes. Then it enters the stomach. When the food enters the stomach, it remains there for nearly 3 hours, and food is churned for 3 hours and turned into paste, a semi-liquid paste. Stomach of the walls contains 3 tubular glands. 3 glands are there, 3 tubes from which the gastric juice comes out, and the gastric juice consists of hydrochloric acid, mucus and pepsin. Hydrochloric acid makes the food acidic. Once the food enters the stomach, the food becomes acidic. Then the mucus is poured into the stomach wall. The mucus is oily things. So it forms a layer so that it protects the stomach wall from the corrosive effect of hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is an acid which can break the muscles of the stomach. So mucus protects the walls of the stomach from the effect of hydrochloric acid. And pepsin is an enzyme secreted by the secreted by the stomach. So this digests protein in acidic medium. If the acidic medium is not created, protein cannot be digested by the pepsin. So we can see here that digestion of the protein starts in the stomach. Digestion of the carbohydrate starts in the mouth. Digestion of the protein starts in the stomach. It is not fully digested, it is partially digested. Then the partially digested food enters the small intestine. It is the largest part of the alimentary canal, and stomach pushes the food into the small intestine through a sphincter muscle which acts as a valve. That means it is one-way movement of the food from the stomach into the small intestine through the sphincter muscle. Let us see about the small intestine in detail. It is the largest part. About the length. Length varies in different animals. It is longer in herbivores than the carnivores, because digestion of the plant product containing cellulose takes longer time than the meat. In humans, the length is 6.5 to 7 meter. Now, liver is one endocrine gland. It is situated near the stomach, and liver, it is associated gland present beside the stomach. It secretes the enzyme bile juice. This enzyme is stored in the gallbladder, and then gallbladder secretes it into the small intestine. Bile juice is greenish yellow in color, and see the functions of the bile juice. First function is makes the food alkaline. Alkaline means basic, opposite of acidic is basic, alkaline, and digests the food the fat into small globules. So digestion of the fat starts in the small intestine with the help of bile juice. The pancreas is another endocrine gland. It is located near the duodenum part. Duodenum means, see, this is stomach. The U-shaped turning, that is stomach ends and the small intestine begins. The U-shaped turning is called duodenum. Near is one leaf-like structure is there, that is called small intestine, and this is liver. So the small leaf-like structure is called pancreas, and this is a brown color structure is the liver. So the pancreas, it secretes the pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice can act on the food only in the alkaline medium. That means for the action of the pancreatic juice, the liver helps by making the food alkaline. Pancreatic juice consists of the three enzymes, amylase, trypsin and lipase. Amylase digests starch, trypsin digests protein and lipase digests fat. Then intestinal juice is secreted by the wall of the small intestine, and with the help of intestinal juice, the complete digestion of the food takes place. Complete digestion means food is digested in such a way that it can be absorbed by the blood. So the intestinal juice digests carbohydrate into glucose, protein into amino acid and fat into fatty acid. Ultimately, absorption takes place. Food is absorbed by the blood from the walls of the small intestine in the form of glucose, amino acid and fatty acid. These are the three forms in which the blood can absorb the food. They are the smallest digestible form of the food. The inner lining of the small intestine has numerous finger-like projections called villi, which increase the surface area of absorption. Now, finger-like projection called villi means, let us see. See, if this is small intestine, this one is small intestine, inside which the finger-like this type projections are there. Already it is 6.5 meter in the humans, and these projections, that means food will not pass straight away from the 6.5 meter. It will pass through the villi, each and every villi. Villi increase the surface area for the food to pass through the small intestine. With this villi, the capillaries are joined. Blood capillaries are joined, and the blood capillaries absorbs the nutrients from the small intestine gradually from the villi. This is how the absorption of the food takes place. Then, after the absorption, just now I showed you the diagram, the villi is richly supplied with the blood vessels, that is capillaries, which take the absorbed food to each and every cell of the body. That means from each organ the arteries comes and it attaches with the villi and absorbs the food and takes it to the respective organ. Then the assimilation. Assimilation means once the food is taken into the cell, then the energy is derived from the food for doing the daily activities, and energy is also used for building up the new tissues and the repair of the tissues. And here the digestion part is over. Now the large intestine, the unabsorbed undigested food moves into the large intestine where extra water from the food is absorbed, and now the food form becomes very dry and it is the form of the stool. The rest of the material that the stool is removed from the body via anus. Anus is the last part of large intestine. The exit of this waste material is regulated by the anal sphincter muscle. After writing this much, you have to draw the figure of the digestive system from page number 99, figure 6.6. For today, that's all. Goodbye, students.